What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, when I went to record this video just now, my camera just became like extremely blurred. Nothing's on my phone. I think we know what that means. Let's move on though. I do this video every year on this subject, okay? We're approaching October 1st. It is what? Say it with me. Narcissistic cuffing season. Yes, bitch. Right? No, no, but for real. Yes. And so it's going to be a bunch of people popping out like popcorn, popping out the woodworks, trying to find random ways to weasel themselves into your reality, into your home, into your peace, into your stability, okay? And we ain't gonna let that happen, all right? Not if I have anything to do with it. So anyway, remember, narcissists are looking for a cozy place to stay. They're looking for somebody that has food in their fridge. They're looking for somebody that has their electric bill paid. Somebody with more than them. And that means anybody with anything already has way more than them because they usually come with nothing. Story time. And I got permission from my friend to use a piece of her story in this, okay? So, my friend is actually, I have a friend that's extremely, I'm talking about like insanely beautiful. Just that kind of like otherworldly gorgeousness or whatever. But she's very humble. And she doesn't really notice what she looks like in that way. She's just pretty, right? But she had a situation where she had a neighbor, right? A long time ago, like many years ago, she had a neighbor. This is back when we had like phones that still were connected to your kitchen wall, you know, like landlines. Anybody that grew up at least 80s and past that, they know what I'm talking about, right? So when your landline was connected to your kitchen wall or whatever. And this neighbor was married and they lived next door to my friend. And the neighbor, the wife, she ended up being addicted to drugs or whatever. And so my friend sees her crying outside in their neighborhood. And of course, being the empathetic person that my friend is, because that's her neighbor, even though the girl's on drugs, she was still like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And so the girl's like, yeah, can I use your phone actually? I just need to call a ride, right? And she's like, all right. Being that it's not a phone you can steal, you know, it's attached to the wall. She lets her use the phone under her supervision, of course, right? After the girl calls her ride, while waiting for this ride, she looks at my friend. Mind you, my friend's extremely pretty. She looks at my friend and she goes, I don't think you know what you look like. Do you even know what you look like? And of course my friend's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you're extremely pretty. Like, really pretty. She was like, listen to me when I tell you this. Never let anybody like me in your home ever again. Because even if you have nothing, we will take your nothing. And she left with her ride, right? Here's where that's eerie, minus the fact that that's already sinister sounding as fuck. She used the word we will take your nothing even if you have nothing, right? We implies that it's more than just you in here. Every narcissist is filled with demons, okay? Demons never travel alone. Please remember that. So where there's one, there's always a lot. You got to think of them like bed bugs. If you saw one, there's thousands of them, all right? And they're breeding, okay? And the fact that this girl said we, you know, and gave her a warning, which I believe the Holy Spirit, forced her to say that, forced her to reveal herself to my friend, who was a Christian, right? Forced her to have to say, hey, I'm actually what's inside your home right now. Don't do this again, because next time won't be so great, right? That's what happens when cuffing season's going on with narcissists. Cue my story, right? In comparison to this, or in relation to this, the only reason I ended up married to that ex-narcissist, not only was I in a sense of transition being just from something else in my life. I was in the middle of something, in the middle of recovering from a whole nother relationship. Okay? I met him in transition. He gave me a sob story, much like that young lady gave my friend, right? Much like that young lady, just needed to use the phone, right? Right. And then as soon as she's in there, she's like, don't ever do this again, right? Weird ass bitch, right? That's exactly what happened with me and my ex-narc, right? He just needed a place to chill for a little while because he gave me a sob story about how his roommate started hitting on him and he didn't like her and it was making him so uncomfortable that he didn't feel safe staying there because she just wouldn't leave him alone every time he came back there, right? Like, my roommate just won't leave me alone. Like, it felt rapey. He made it sound like a rapey vibe as far as, you know, not being able to even, like, eat a cup of soup or something without this bitch standing behind you naked or something, right? So I was like, damn, being that I just got out of a weird living situation, I had what? Empathy. Much like my friend had empathy for this woman. And as soon as he got in my home, it was like, right? Now, granted, thank God that didn't happen to her where she ended up with this chick as like her roommate or something. But that's what happened to me. And in the end, my ex-narc said the same thing to me. You were stupid to let me back in your home. I told y'all a part of that story last video. But it was the same demon with the same statement. You shouldn't have let me in here. Okay? Remember that shit when you think you're going to be lonely in the cold and all of that for wintertime. You're not that lonely, nigga. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Eat the cookie. Watch the Netflix series, okay? You don't need to suck a random dick or snuggle some fucker in the night. You are okay. If you're that lonely, talk to Jesus. You know, buy some makeup or whatever it is you're into. But you don't need to go and bring in a stray fucking cat right now. Alright? You don't need no alley cat chilling in your house, shitting on the walls and pissing on things. You really need to just learn to embrace the solitude, okay? Or you will end up with something in your home that you cannot get rid of even when it leaves. The residual energy, the demonic energy, the demonic forces that they have, the portals that they will open in your home before ditching out will be very hard, damn near irreversible, okay? Without a lot of work, okay? All right, here's one more. That reminded me, though, what do demons see in you? Why are you attracting these narcs during cuffing season, all right? They're looking for something sparkly. Now, you're not dark and demonic, right? But they are. So it's easy for them to see what's not like them, what's opposite of them, right? And here's what it reminded me of, thinking of being sparkly. I went to Florida a long time ago. I was like 17 or 18 or whatever, all right? And I had my boyfriend at the time I was serious with. We went to Florida to Palm Beach or whatever to chill with his cousin Lee, who really liked to surf. So we were with him and his cousin's girlfriend. Now, I've always worn, as you guys can tell, like a lot of jewelry, okay? And so I've always been like that. And on the way to the beach, Lee says, oh, wait, hold up. You need to take that off. And I'm like, I don't take my jewelry off, fool. What you talking about, bitch? Like, take this shit off. He's like, no, seriously, you need to take it off. Because if you get in the water with all that on, you're going to get attacked by barracudas. And I'm like, barracudas? Now, I didn't know dick about fish. I'm not a fish bitch, you know. I didn't know anything about fish bitches. So he was like, you know, yeah, barracudas are attracted to shiny things. And if you're wearing anything that's remotely sparkly, they're going to attack you because that's what they like, right? It reminds me of that because when you are a person of the light, right, you are literally like a beacon to everything, but that includes darkness, all right? And when you think about that analogy, technically, the ocean itself is infinite. There's nice things in it, and there's really sinister things that only the Bible knows about and beyond. The unwritten, the undiscovered pages of the Bible know about the things of the absolute deep. Okay? That is what it's like when you were out there, okay, with these narcs. All right? These narcissists also see you because to them, you are like that jewelry I was wearing. And you're in this infinite abyss of prey. All right? And because you are the light that you are, you're going to attract these barracuda ass bitches. Especially when it's getting time to chow down. Chow time. Ding, 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 ding. That bell they ring that's shaped like a triangle on the cartoons. Chow time, right? It's chow time. October, November, December, all the way through past March is chow time. So before you walk out the house, remember, like my jewelry, you are shiny. You got it. And there's barracudas out there. Don't get caught up in them oceans and them seas. And keep your house closed, your door closed, your windows shut, and your eyes alert. Tell yourself before you leave out, okay, self, gotta remember, I'm shiny. All right. And you stay safe out there in them seas. Love you, and I hope you're having an amazing Monday. I am. Okay, bye.